Welcome back to the Scale Builders Guild. Thanks a lot for watching. Today we're going to continue our conversation about Shapeways and how some of those parts can really make a difference in your scale build. We're going to be working on the TRX 4 today. You already know how I feel about the truck in general. It's not my super most favorite truck ever, but there are positives to it and there are negatives, of course, just like any other scale truck on the market. I think that's fair, right? And you know, we're not here to talk about that truck's potentials or setbacks or any of those things today. We're just talking about how to take that existing truck and maybe use Shapeways to make some of it either look better or perform slightly better. So why don't we get right into it? The first thing that I wanted to talk about today are some of the 3D printed parts from Knight Customs and how you can use those to give your body a bit more depth. A lot of people are hating on the Defender body. I'm a huge Defender fan, so for one, I really kind of like it. I think there's a lot of potential there, and I think the Traxxas did a pretty decent job out of the box already on it. That said, taking some of these elements from Knight Customs can really make it a much better looking truck. And so what we've got so far is the, oh boy, hang on, I should look this up because I want to make sure. Three of the first things that I got from Shapeways to help kind of take this build to the next level from Knight Customs was the door handles, the hood vents, and the fuel cap. All three of those pieces alone are not super expensive, but they add so much more realism to that Lexan body. And I mean, that's always kind of the goal here, is to try to take whatever existing body you're using and kind of just elevate the look just ever so slightly, or, you know, in some cases miles better than it actually looks when you first get it out of the bag. So one of the great things about James's products is that he's always really quick to create how-to videos. So we're not going to go through the whole process of installing all of these pieces today, but what we are going to do is going to link down below to his install videos so you can see for yourself how to add these parts to your body. After following James's instructions, you'll see that I've got all the holes cut for the pieces, and they can be easily glued to the inside of the body with a little bit of shoe goo or E6000. It's just a brand name of the same stuff, basically. Follow his build videos, you won't have any trouble at all. I do recommend you have a nice sharp hobby blade, preferably a Dremel with a very small drill bit if possible, just to get some of those pilot holes cut. It's really nice on the curves and such to have that sort of help. Some masking tape, a Sharpie, and a ruler. Those are basically all the tools you need for all of James's parts for this specific body. And you'll find that it can really add a lot of value in terms of the looks of your truck. So I definitely recommend all three of those parts. He does an alternative for the hood vents, and I think there's a couple coming that either were just released today or will be released to his Shapeways store very soon. So this is a clear body that I've got here. I ordered it from RPP Hobby. I'm going to be giving it a custom paint job. I believe that Hemi Storm is also doing one of these at the same time. And the deal here is that we're sort of doing a paint off instead of a build off, because there isn't really much building to be done on an RTR. But what's going to happen is he's going to paint up a body, I'm going to paint up a body, we're going to compare them, and you know, maybe we'll do like a little Facebook post or something to see whose is, you know, more to people's liking. But I'm not going to ruin what I'm going to do. It's all going to be a secret, but it will be revealed in the next video or the next video after that. I'm going to be using the existing cage, all of the grill pieces and light buckets, and I don't know, I may use the rear bumper, I may not. I'm definitely getting a new front bumper. James has also released a metal printed bumper that looks pretty cool, but I know I've got one coming from Scalar Fab, so I'm probably going to end up using that one. It's shorter, smaller, and should be a little more compy. Not that this is a comp truck, but you know, it's just to give it a bit less hanging over the front, to give it a little more less breakover angle. No, more breakover angle. That's what you want. Also, in my box from Shapeways, and must thank Shapeways again for sending me all of these parts as part of this video build series. I do appreciate it. They are amazing and definitely worth taking a look at, so I'll put some links down below for them as well. Part of this package was some other parts from Bowhouse RC. they're making a battery relocation mount for the TRX4. And what it's essentially doing is taking all of the available space in that battery tray area and lowering the battery housing. So you can actually get the same size battery that you could before, only I think it sits as much as 30 millimeters lower. Is that right? 3 centimeters lower? Is that right? That can't be right. It definitely sits lower and helps the center of gravity of this very heavy truck. And with this body and the cage and all of the plastic pieces, the inner fenders, all of those bits add up to a lot of weight up high. And what this tries to do is move some of that weight back down lower again. Also included in this Shapeways package was Bowhouse RC's servo winch mount for the TRX4, as well as a servo mount replacement part. Now this part, I was a little bit like, what is this? I don't understand why I need this. But once you see the difference, you'll want to get one too. The whole point here behind this piece is that when Traxxas built this truck, the servo mount that they made is just a tiny bit wider than the standard servo size. And I'm not sure if it's because that's what Traxxas's servos look like, but it's definitely wider than normal. And what happens is you actually kind of end up stripping out or can strip out that whole area when you insert a different aftermarket servo. So, and that was totally the case with me. It got to be a little bit wide, and I was like not really getting into the actual like mount for the servo, and you know, was kind of stretching it out, and you know, over time I'm sure it would have probably made the servo kind of pop out of that mount. So anyway, this piece corrects for that, and it's a really nicely printed piece, and I find that it's much more stable, much more solid than the original. So good one on Bowhouse RC. That's an amazing piece. Thank you guys. That's sort of where we stand right now. I'm pretty excited to get these pieces installed, get this body painted, and do a couple other cosmetic things to it to kind of take it to the next level and really make it my own. Because I'm a total dum-dum, I totally forgot to mention that I've also done some mechanical upgrades to the TRX4. First being the Castle Mamba Max and Castle Slate censored motor. My thanks to Castle for providing me with these. It was super nice of you, not expected, and definitely a very cool upgrade. Totally waterproof, and that has been tested. The Slate motor has tons of power. This is the 2850 kV, which because the gearing is so high on the TRX4 might be a bit much, but it's very awesome and definitely worth a look. I hope you found something out in this video, and I hope that you guys also go to Shapeways and check out all the awesome accessories and parts that they have for not just the TRX4, but for your axial trucks, your Viterra trucks, your Tamiya trucks. Who am I missing? HPI? Thanks a lot for watching, and we'll see you again soon.